Hi guys, what is up? It is DeathRainerUniverse's Gaming here, and today I'm here with you guys with a requested video that actually my friend Nathan asked me to do. If you want to go check him out. I don't know his YouTube name, uh, but I do know his Xbox name, and with his permission I'll put that down in the description, but I won't do that until I have his permission. So yeah, so let's continue on. What you're going to need to do is I'm going to show you how to make an intro like mine. Now, first of all, you're going to need to download Throwsy, and the way that you do that is go to this link, which I will have in the description for your convenience, or you can just type it up here and press enter, and you'll come here. Now, if you have R11, which is pretty old, you can just click on that, or if you have R12, R13, R14, or R16, or R15, or whatever. Any of those versions, R12 through R16, just click this link down here, which I have R14. So, now that you have this, you click this little arrow and show in folder, and then you take this and go to your desktop. Now, I'm being pretty non-technical. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cough, but I'm getting pretty non-technical here. This is about as non-technical as it gets. So what you want to do is you want to open that and then just drag that out of there so that you come to this. And then you need to go to your Cinema 4D thing. Most Cinema 4D installs are in your program files, but mine, I have it right here. Because mine's a little bit different. It's the extended edition, which I don't think that they offer anymore for R14. So mine stays on my desktop, and I just open it and go to plugins right here, and it's pretty much the same right there. So you want to drag this and put it into your plugins. And there you go. Now you have the plugin installed, and now you're ready for the video. Okay, so now that you've prepped all up, what you want to do is go down and open it, and you should come over to this blank window right here. This is blank, and there's nothing here really. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go up here to MoGraph and MoText, and then you're going to want to rotate this text. So go over here to rotate, and rotate it until it kind of lines up. Come on. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, and slide this over. Alright, that looks pretty good. So if we were to make this middle, right here, slide this back right here. And now what you're gonna want to do is type in your YouTube name. So, this is on my animation channel, so Silk Touch GFX. Also, I'll upload this on DeathRainerUniverse, just so that my friend can see it, who actually requested me to do this video. So yeah, let's go down here to where it says Studio UI or whatever. Go up to go here. I will leave a link to my font Batman Forever alternative down into the description for you guys, and make sure and download it and install it. Really, it's simple, and I'll leave another tutorial for that. Alright, so now that you have all that done, you just zoom it out basically, and you do that. You do that. It doesn't get much more technical than that. Okay. Now, let's do that. So it's up there, just like my DeathRainerUniverse thing was. Now you're gonna want to drop in a floor, and go down here, and in here you want to uncheck specular and check reflection. I mean, not reflection, sorry, transparency. There we go. And now that's going to be completely transparent. All you see is stripes. Now just drag that onto the floor, and it'll have this dotted texture. That's because it's transparent. You can't see it. Alright. So that's good. Now what you want to do is go up to floor, right click, simulation tags, collider body, and there you go. So now you have a collider body, and whenever this hits this floor, it's going to shatter into pieces, technically. So now that you have that, you're going to want to go down to the color, and now you're going to want to go up to color. Do not change the color of transparency. It's a waste of time. Alright, so go up here to color and make sure color is yellow. If it is not, then you're going to change the color of something else, which is pretty futile because it's wasting time. So now that we have that, you want to go over to whatever color you want. Uh, let's just say I want aqua, since aqua is my favorite color, and that's the actual base. That's the base coat of my DeathRainerUniverse thing, like you saw earlier. It's the base coat. And so you want this to be aqua, or you want this to be red, or you want this to be lime green, or you want this to be pink, or purple, or blue, or yellow, whatever. Any color you want. Or you want it to be straight up black, which black is not recommended because we're about to make a coat black. So, there you go. Alright, so now that you've done that, just click OK. And it should turn to this uh, whatever color that you selected, in this case aqua. So if you were to go and drop this onto your name and quick render, it's gonna be bright. Yeah, that's pretty bright. And if you like this and you want it to go like that, you can. But if you want it to look a lot like mine, then you're gonna have to stay tuned in because I'm going to give you a couple more tips to make it look more like mine. I just rotated that a little bit so that it would look a little bit. I hate that though. So it'd look a little bit more, more like it's in front of you. Okay, so now that we're done like that, now what you want to do is go back down here and double click, just like you did last time, and make sure that this is selected, color, once again, and go down to black, just straight up black. And then go down here to reflection, and make this roughly 8%. Percent. Gosh. Percent. There. 8%, press enter, and it'll not do anything. And you want to tick this right here, which will cause it to have this nice reflection right here. And now you can just close this and drag this and drop it onto your name. Now you can quick render, and if you like this, you can keep this. Actually, I like this type gray texture because gray is my second favorite color. I like professional colored gray. I don't know why. So yeah, now that you have that, you can now go up here. Now that you're done with that, you are done. Now check mode text and make sure that this check mark is a check mark. Unless you have modified it, it should be a check mark. Alright, so that's good. Now you want to go over here to MoGraph. No, sorry. Plugins, Throwsy, and do not click Throwsy Bull, Throwsy Building, or Throwsy Cutter. That won't cut it. Click Throwsy. Now, what you want to do is go over to Dynamic and make sure that this says immediately, and go back to Throwsy, and this should say immediately too. And I set mine to right around roughly 80 pieces, I think it was. So I'm going to set this to 80 pieces, and I will warn you that this will take a while, so I'm going to pause the video, or else this will not break. It'll just error, and I'll have to go through it all again. So I'm going to explain what's going to happen. When you click break now, it's going to start breaking your characters back here, or letters, or whatever, depending on how technical you are. It's going to start breaking these characters back here until it makes it all the way over here and it's finished. And this'll say it'll say like 50% when it's halfway through, and it'll say 100% when it's done, and it'll just say complete when it's finished or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to click break now, and before I do that, I'm going to pause the video. Alright, so it has already broken, and sorry, it doesn't say complete, it just tells you how long it took, and it took 544 seconds, so it took a while. And while it was doing that, I actually pressed the square, not pause, so that I could go ahead and edit that little bit of footage. But anyways, so now that you've done that, you can just close out of Throwsy. Let's not check mark all those, and it should fall and lag you like heck. Yeah, so you can see that separating through these lines. If I were to pause it right here, you can see that it's starting to come apart. Now, when it really hits the ground, I can't press forward because it would just screw it up. So I have to wait for it to hit the ground. But you can see when it hits the ground, it's going to shatter. Boom. So now what you're going to want to do is drop in a camera and look through it, obviously, and elevate your camera a little bit. Let's scroll this back to the first frame. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. So, now when you play it back, it's going to shatter just like my text. And that is how you make an intro like mine. It's that simple. It's really simple. I know this tutorial was kind of long because I went step by step and I tried not to be technical when I'm used to being technical. But the tutorial isn't quite over yet because you have to go into your render settings, and your render settings are all screwed up by default. So you're going to want to make your width 1920. Well, that is if you're going to render in 1080p. If you want it 720p, which is just barely high definition, you do 1280 by 720. But I'm going to do it 1920 by 1080 since all my videos are in 1080p. And I'm going to make this all frames instead of current frame. That is very important. And go over here to save, and you can save this anywhere. I'm going to save it on my desktop as tutorial. And save, and then really important, change this from TIFF to AVI, or if you're on a Mac, change that to QuickTime Movie or something like that, because if you do not, it's going to render out in PSD or B3D layers, which the PSD I think is Photoshop, which you do not want. Yeah, that's Photoshop. You do not want it to render out in TIFF for Photoshop because that is going to render out in photos. Or the entire thing's going to be in one photo, which is bad. So, there you go. Now just click Render to Picture Viewer. Now, once you've clicked all those, it should successfully render like this. Now, this is going to really make my computer loud. Oh, wait, crap. Okay. I forgot to say this. You want this to be more than 3 seconds. Actually, you want this to be 13 seconds, just to be safe. So, 103. That was stupid. Genius. Alright, you want to make this 13. And then drag this slider all the way over. Now, this is going to be 13 seconds long. Now you want to render it, and click yes. And then click yes. And there you go. So this is going to render out, and it's going to be 13 seconds long, or 12 or whatever. So yeah. Alright, so now that your video is done processing, we'll just play it right quick. This is going to be kind of laggy because I'm recording, obviously. So yeah, there's your animation. Looks pretty cool and looks pretty professional. Now that that's done, you want to launch your video editing program like Sony Vegas or Camtasia. For this tutorial, since it's easy to use, I'll launch Camtasia. So, even though to edit my videos, I now use Final Cut Pro. So, we'll let this load up, finish, and it should launch. There we go. I just click close on this, and then you're set. Now, you want to go back to your desktop and drag this into Camtasia Studio. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I want to drag this into Camtasia Studio. There we go. Now, also you want to go back and select your song or whatever. In this case, I'll just use my song for my latest HD 3D template right here, and we'll synchronize this up. So what you really want to do is you want to bring us into here, obviously. So you want to drag us down and, you know, make this to your liking. Or actually to the dimensions of the thing. If it's 720, make sure that says 1920 by 720. 1280 by 720. If it is 1080, 1920 by 1080. It should tell you up here. If you selected the wrong one, you can just click that and it'll take you right back here. There you go. Okay, so now that we have that, if you drag down your sound down into here, and you find the part where it drops, so it should be right here. Yeah, it's right there. Wow, that's quite a bit loud. Let's try to turn that down a little bit. Okay. Now let's try that again. Right there should be the drop. Yeah, right there. So you want to make sure that the part where it starts just a little bit past where it actually hit. Wow, that looks awesome. Alright. Right there. You want to make sure that that's right where the drop is. So it'll... And if you have a bunch of this, what you want to do is go back here and cut it. And then do that. And fade in. Now mine I had a kind of let me do some of that. My intro, I had a little bit of a delay since I did, since I forwarded a little bit, and I did E, and I think I set this for 2, but for the tutorial purposes, I'll have it set for 1, and we'll go back. Once again, selecting this. Okay, I love that. And now that we have that all set up, we will cut this once again. And fade in. And you definitely want to shorten this because that's way too much. Actually, you could probably have it right there and that'd be fine. There's your basic audio anyways. So now that you have that, if you were to scroll forward to the very end, it should be just pretty much still for a little bit. Yeah, what you can do is go over here to the end and E once again for another second, let's just say. There you go. But I'm gonna undo that since I don't want an extended frame back there. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do that. And also, you can forego snapping if you were to hold down Control. So I'm gonna get right to the last second and last millisecond actually, and do that. Okay, now you can just go to the end of the clip and cut the audio once again and delete that. And then fade out. Once again, whoa, shoot, I did that accidentally. Alright, once again making it the, are you serious? Once again making it just the same length as this extended frame right here. There you go. So now produce and share or whatever, and your thing. Now I can just make this intro tut for tutorial, and it's going to render out, and yeah, so let's give it a little bit of a break and I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Okay, so here's your folder right here that you have created your thing in, and intro tut.mp4. If we were to open this, it's going to be a little bit laggy. But that's looking at it through Windows Video Viewer or Windows media media player. Sorry, way off. Okay, anyways, but I'm about to show you guys that clip without the lag right now. So that's how to do all that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure and give it a nice thumbs up. If you guys are new, make sure and subscribe. And also, you're welcome, Nathan, for making this video for you. I just couldn't think of an idea for my next video, and I thought, why not do what Nathan asked me to do? So that's why I decided to do this video, and it took a lot of editing, and I started at 3 o'clock, and now it is 5 o'clock, 5:20 actually. So I've been editing as I go, so it's been pretty extensive. So thank you guys so much for watching this video once again, and I will see you all next time.